Very good morning to you all. So, dear students, today I am going for next very important unit, that is unit number 4, that is the design of a simple machine parts. So, in that very first one is muff coupling. So, when you concentrate on the problems, so before you solve a problem on muff coupling, first you should have a basic knowledge in the design procedure of muff coupling. I mean, what are the equations which you can use for solving that problem. Okay, so first let us concentrate on design procedure. 1 minute. Okay, now I think the board will be very clear for noting down these things in your notes. So first, what do you mean by the muff coupling? As you know that it is a very simple type of coupling. Okay, so it's coming under rigid type of a coupling, where from your examination point of view, this is very important. So first you should have a basic knowledge in using these equations to solve the problem. So in this I have roughly drawn this sketch by referring one of the standard textbook like R.S. Kurmi. Okay, so in this is a muff. Okay, it is called as a muff, which is used for holding the shaft rigidly. As you know that this is a sketch of a shaft. Understood? Afterwards, in between the body of a muff and a shaft, there is a key is inserted. So types of keys you have seen in classification of keys there. It is also one of the sunk type key, where we can use for ejecting or for inserting the key inside the muff and shaft. We are using this kind of a projection. Therefore, it is called as a gib head key. So here gib head key is used. Look at this. The gib head key is sunk between the shaft as well as the body of muff. It is present in both the parts of the shaft as well as in muff. Okay, and if you are not familiar with this, then you can refer the figure number 13.2a of page number 253 in our data handbook. So here you can concentrate on this figure. See, this figure is available. So for your clarification or whatever the parameters, like what do you mean by this length? It is called capital L. Suppose if you are taking a small L in a textbook, then you have to concentrate on the figures which are given and along with the notations. What do you mean by L? And what is the diameter? This is a dia of a muff. It is a dia of a shaft. So here I have written it as dia of a muff, capital D. But according to this figure, dia of a shaft is D1. Therefore, we have to go according to the data handbook figure. So this I can take it as a small d in the design of a shaft when you refer the data handbook, but in the design of a muff, small d instead of a diameter of a shaft, we are not taking small d. It is treated as a capital D. Understood? So these are all the common things which you have to remember. Okay, so first when you make a design of a muff coupling, in this the very important is to calculate the torque transmitted by the shaft or coupling. As you know that if this shaft is rotating with certainly n rpm or 1000 or 2000 rpm, means definitely along with that shaft, key and muff are also rotating at the same speed as that of the shaft. So therefore, in your problem, power and n will be given, and you have to determine the value of torque, which should be in newtons mm. And this equation is used, equation number 3.3a from page number 50. It is used from the problem on design of a shaft. This equation is used from the design of a shaft. Okay, so with the help of this equation, we are determining the value of torque by using power and n. Understood? Afterwards, we have to move on to the next, that is a design of a shaft. I mean, you will not be given with what the size of a shaft is. You have to determine. So how you can determine? So based on the shear stress of a shaft material which will be given. Make a note here. The shear stress purely for shaft material. Don't take a shear stress for a muff material or a key material. As you know that here shaft may be of different kind, key may be of different material, and muff may be different material. Therefore, shaft shear stress or crushing stress or any kind of a stress, it should be taken for only shaft material. Understood? So here, with the help of this equation, that is a shear stress is equals to 16T divided by pi d cube. I think you are very familiar with this also. This equation again it is taken from design of a shaft, where we are determining the value of D. Here I have written it as a small d according to this equation. This equation is from a data handbook in the chapter design of a shaft. Okay, now onwards I will take capital D as design of a or a diameter of a shaft in the design of a muff coupling. Don't get confused. In the chart, when you refer the data handbook, small d is taken as the diameter of a shaft in your data handbook. In the same data handbook, capital D is taken as a diameter of a shaft in muff coupling. So therefore, now onwards, so for calculating the diameter of a shaft, you can take D is equals to so and so in mm. You are getting by substituting the value of a shear stress of a shaft and torque which is obtained from this. So you are getting the value of a small d, and you can consider it as a capital D. Why? Because when you refer this figure, capital D is taken as a diameter of a shaft. So you are getting the diameter in mm. Afterwards, what we can do? We can go for design of muff. Now we have to design this muff, Design of a muff, what are the parameters we can design? What should be the length? What should be the diameter? Afterwards, we have to go for design check of a muff. So please concentrate. In the design of a muff, I have taken A. This is capital D1. So you can take this as a diameter, capital D1. So how to calculate 1.5D? Equation number 13.3c of page number 252. When you refer the design of a muff coupling in the data handbook, there you will get this equation. Okay, afterwards you can take this equation. L is equals to 2.5D, 5D or 2.5D1, it is 2.5D. Okay, 2.5D plus 50 mm. It is available in the figure 13.2a of page number 253. So after calculating these values, length along with the dia, we can go for design check for muff. It is very, very important. Why should we go for a design check of a muff? Dear students, as you know that here we have to check whether this muff material is sustainable or it is capable of holding this shaft with the key or not during the rotation of the shaft. What may happen if this muff is not having the strength to hold this during the high speed rotation? What may happen during the high speed rotation of a shaft? This muff may fail or it may break. Therefore, we have to check whether it is breaking, whether it will fail or it will be safe during the power torque transmission of so much. Therefore, we have to go for design check. I have taken this as a design check for muff. As you know that we can use this equation. Tau is equals to 16T divided by pi into D outer cube. Actually, it is a D1. So, this is a D1 cube I have taken. I have made it as actually it was a D1, instead of a D1 it was D outer cube into bracket 1 divided by 1 minus k raised to 4 it is. Equation number 3.1 of page number 50. But dear students, you can make a note here that instead of a D outer, I took it as a D1. Or otherwise, if you are taking it as a D outer cube, no problem at all. You may ask, sir, why you have used this equation from shaft chapter? You know, students, here this equation is used for determining the shaft dia of a hollow shaft. Hollow shaft. Here in our figure, this, if I assume it as this muff dia as a shaft with hollow shaft means like this it will be, correct? It has a hollow shaft means outer dia and inner dia it will be there. Here I am treating this muff as a hollow shaft. I am treating this muff as a hollow shaft. Why? This is a hollow shaft because it has outer dia D1. Inner dia is what here? Here inner dia is nothing but diameter of a shaft. Diameter of a shaft is inner dia and D1 is outer dia. Here inner dia is D, outer dia is D1. Therefore, I have made it as instead of outer dia and Di inner dia, what I took instead of D outer, I have taken it as D1. As you know that in our figure, D1 is outer dia, D is inner dia, diameter of a shaft is inner dia. Therefore, I am taking this as a hollow shaft. Understood what I am saying? So therefore, what we are doing, we are substituting the value of torque. We are substituting the value of D1 which we have obtained from this, and K value also. How to get K value? D divided by D1. As I said, if you assume this muff as a hollow shaft where K value is equals to inner dia divided by outer dia. Here inner dia is capital D, outer dia is capital D1. Therefore, I took it as K is equals to D divided by D1. So with the help of this, by substituting all these parameters, we are getting this value shaft. So not for shaft, this is a shear stress. Shear stress of a muff material. Shear stress of a muff material, and for your kind information, you remember shaft is somewhat softer. I mean MS material we can use. Here MS material we are using. Therefore this shear stress is different from muff, and muff is made of normally cast iron. Normally cast iron or casted some different material we can use. Cast iron or casted steel we can use from this. Use it for making of this muff. Therefore, for muff tau is different. For shaft tau is different. This tau is of shaft material. This tau is of muff material. Muff material means comparatively it will be harder to hold this object of shaft and key. Therefore, we are using this muff as somewhat stronger, somewhat compressive nature than the shaft material. Therefore, here tau value we are calculating, which will be in a meganewton per meter square, and we have to check this value. We can call it as induced stress. We can call it as a induced stress. Why? Because this is actually which is produced in that manner. So with the D1, with the K value, all this substitution with the torque, we are calculating. This is a calculated value which we have to compare with the shear stress of a muff. Here we have to use muff material. Shear stress of a muff material will be also given. So this should be higher, and this induced stress or calculated stress must be smaller. Then only we can say that yes, this muff is safe. We can understand that the produced stress is lesser than given stress. Then we can say that muff is safe to transmit the power in the muff coupling. Suppose if this given stress material value of this material is less and it produced value is more, then what will happen? This shear stress is less. If it is produced is more, then what will happen? Definitely this muff will fail. So in order to avoid that, we have to check. In most of the problems, they will give this value. The calculated value will be always smaller, and the given value will be always greater than that. So after checking induced stress, this should come, and on the below side you have to write, hence design of a muff is safe. Design of muff is safe. We have to write like that. Afterwards, then we can go for a design of a key. So then what we can do after this design of a muff, we can go for design of a key. Here design of a key, the key is undergoing for shear stress and crushing stress. That's all. So before we go for checking the design or design parameters, we have to first determine what should be the width and height. How to calculate? That is by referring the table number 4.1, page number 69 for shaft dia of so and so. Shaft dia is, here we have obtained shaft dia. So for that shaft dia, we have to refer this table and get the value of B and H. And we have to note down, we have to calculate this length of key. What should be the length of a key? L is equal to L0 is equal to 2.25D. In the equation number 4.4b, whether it's visible? Yes. Equation number 4.4b. Okay. So page number is 62. Page number is 62. Okay. Afterwards, what we can do? Afterwards, we have to go for again design check for key in the shear. You have to check here whether during the power transmission this key under shear will fail or it will be safe. We have to check. How we can check? With the help of this equation, that is T is equal to half into tau 1 into BDL. Equation number 4.58, page number 62. Here, what we have to do? We have to substitute the value of torque, substitute the value of breadth B, substitute the value of D. This D is nothing but capital D of a shaft. Okay, and this L is obtained from this value L. So after substituting all these, we have to calculate this tau 1 value. This tau 1 we have to calculate. We have to write here in mega Newton per meter square and check. This is a calculated stress value tau 1. It should be compared with the tau value of a key material. It will be again given in the problem. That's why I told you similar procedure here. Here tau value will be given in the problem. Here also tau value or shear stress value for key material will be given, and this should be greater than this calculated value. Then only we can say that this key is safe in shear. This induced stress should be always less than allowable stress, or we can take it as a permissible stress, or we can take it as a given stress, or you can take it as a safe stress. Any name you can give. So if this is satisfied, then we can say that below here you have to write one sentence. Design of a key under shear or in the shear is safe. Okay. Afterwards we have to go for design check for key in crushing. Design check for key in crushing. So what equation you can use? T is equals to 1 by 4 sigma B1 HDL. Equation number 4.4b and page number is 62. Again we have to substitute to torque HDL. Here I can again take it as a small, not D. D means a small d is a diameter of a shaft. But in the design of a muff we are taking diameter of a shaft as capital D. Hence we can take capital D instead of small d. And after substitution of all these, we have to calculate this value sigma B1. So this sigma B1 induced value or calculated value should be lesser than the sigma B1 value of a key material which is given in the problem. If it is less and if it is more, then we can say that design of a key in crushing is safe. Design of a key in crushing is safe. Then if it is not safe, then we can understand that key may fail due to crushing. During the power transmission of a shaft, key may be under shear crushing stress and it may fail. So in order to check that, this value should be less, this value given value should be more. So dear students, this is how we can calculate, we can calculate this design procedure with the help of this design procedure, so that you can easily solve the problem on design of muff. So don't think that it is a very lengthy, sir, it is very difficult. No, sorry. Once you understand, if you solve one or two problems, then the whole design problem will be very easy. And according to the syllabus of a 15 series, you can expect this for 25 marks. So according to when you refer the previous question paper, there it is very clearly given. It may be for muff coupling, it may be a flange coupling, or it may be quarter joint or knuckle joint. Anything can be asked, and whole chapter carries around 40 to 45 marks. So don't neglect this chapter for passing students or for the students less below average. You can practice, you can be perfect in this, so that you can pass this subject very easily. So I hope you can get the benefit of this video. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you one and all.